Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. I'm here as always to chat with you guys on Sunday nights. I'll tell you, I'm not feeling the greatest today, but I'm not going to let that stop me. I still wanted to get on and chat with you guys. It's been a rough week, probably the worst opener that I've ever had in my life. But I'll tell you, there was some plus sides to it all. I did see some pretty cool stuff. I marked down a lot of new fishing spots that are going to be excellent once this water warms up a little bit more. Also, there was so many people out yesterday. I know that didn't help at all. I swear to God, I could not get away from anybody, no matter how far out in the woods I wandered. It was crazy. Hey, Bob, how you doing, buddy? Hey there, Rich. Hey, Todd. What's happening, Steve? Hey, sis. Hey, hello, outdoor. How you doing? Hey there, Tony. I hope you guys are all having a great week. Hey, John. Oh, sweet. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate that. I'll tell you what, I've said this time and time again, guys, but even on my best week, if I was catching a lot of fish, it's always you guys that highlight my week. I met, I don't know, four different subscribers this week, and it always excites me to meet you guys. It really does. I met my buddy Josh. He's been a subscriber for a long time, and I'd never really run into him. Ran into him in the most random place the other day. He was 3 hours from home, and it was pretty cool to hear my name in the store. Random Dollar General. Hey, is that Lowell Miller? I turn around and there's Josh. So it was a good time. Also met a lot of other good guys this week. It's been a good week. So hey there, James. There ain't, you know what, Gus? I highly doubt they're even going to be in there. One of my friends was up there the other day. He was complaining about it, and if you've driven by there, the water's so dang low this year that it's going to be hard for them to get up there. So they might just end up spawning out in the bay more towards the lake. Good, Bob. I'm glad, buddy. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's been a really rough week. That van had to get fixed, and it cost me an arm and a leg to get that fixed. So there goes the roofing money, right? And on top of that, another piece of the van broke off yesterday while I was driving down the road. So I got to take it back tomorrow and have them look at that piece that I rode and be like, dude, what is this? Pretty ridiculous. Hey, Cedar Dreams, how you doing? Hey there, Adam. Oh, opening day sucked, man. Robin didn't go with me on the opener. She went out with me on Friday. We played around on Friday, didn't catch anything. The mushrooms will be up, Tony. I can put money down on that. The trout fishing really sucked this weekend, but at least up here it did. The west side of the state, I know they're doing awesome. I've been watching all my friends on the RBM crew have been killing the trout. They're just catching so many of them. Hey, Call the Wild, how you doing, brother? Millions of sucker in the Thunder Bay. Oh, in the river. That's cool. I've been wanting to do a. I tell you, I might, even though this week's like the walleye, trout, pike, and all that. I'm thinking about going sucker fishing this week because there are a lot of sucker spots hitting right now. That's okay, Bob. If it ain't one thing, it's another, man. It always is. Always is. Hey, Wild Game, how you doing, brother? Hope your week's been better than mine, my friend. Hey there, Todd. Hey, Chad. Hey, Parker. That's cool, man. Yeah, I agree, John. I agree. Yeah, I was driving down the road and it scared me. I heard this loud noise and this piece just exploded out from under the van. And I had to pay 520 something dollars the other day just to have it fixed. It was the steering arm, the joint. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things. There's like four big things they had to fix, but now something else breaks. So I can't afford to fix it again. I'm just gonna see if this piece that flew off really matters. Not so good yesterday. Yeah, they're gonna be up this week, guaranteed. I ran into a bunch of mushroom hunters this weekend, and I've been watching the ramps are up really high right now. So with them being up so high, I'm sure the mushrooms are starting. Hey Rick, how's it going, brother? Nice, man. Nice, Bob. That's cool. I'll tell you, man, a nickel that you're digging the right stuff because a lot of us we ignore some of the signs that we shouldn't, and we miss out on nickels. So if you're digging nickels, you're doing good. You're gonna find some stuff. Yeah, it's been rough, Adam. Been really rough. Yesterday, I drove around for over 3 hours. I hit three of the supposed to be the best trouts, rivers in the state. Never seen a fish. The one river I went to, I walked a long ways. By the time I got back, this old timer pointed out that there were worms floating all over downstream. Which is weird. Um, it's weird because we didn't have any rain or anything. I don't quite understand what caused it, but there was so many leaf worms just floating down the river. And I thought to myself, well, that's why they're not biting because obviously they were getting fed pretty hardcore. Oh, that's never any fun. Hey Steve, sorry man, I don't know what's up with that because mine it shows on my end that my connection's good. I haven't it always says when I got unstable connection and I haven't got it so far, so this time of year, Hell Outdoor, you're gonna want to look around poplars. That's your best bet right now. The blacks are the first to pop up, and they're gonna be around poplars. Usually, you want to look for the ones that are, not very big. You don't want to go around the giant ones. You want to look around the young poplars, and they're gonna be all over. Hey, Robert. Oh yeah, thank you. By the way, I didn't get a chance to tell you yet. Sis loved her present. So, Robert last week bought that ring that I was auctioning off, and he gave it to Robin for a birthday present. So, yeah, the whites love. Yep, you got stuff, but yeah, I don't see whites for quite some time. I don't see them until towards the end of the month. It's going to be a bit, but blacks for sure. Still too cold. Okay. I know they're finding them downstate. I've been seeing a lot of pictures. I might go at it tomorrow because I'm pretty positive I can get them right now. Yeah, ain't that the truth, Tony? That's just how it goes, man. That's life. And I told Robin the other day, I ended up selling that expedition, and I thought to myself, "Oh, cool! I can get my roof fixed." It's all. I swear to God, money is seriously the root of all evil and just bad luck in general because God knows as soon as you get money, something bad happens. Something bad always happens, and that money is gone that quick. Never fails. Yeah, I didn't walleye fish this weekend because I thought it'd be too packed with people, so I went trout fishing in the middle of nowhere. Still too packed with people, so I might next year just have to mushroom hunt the whole opening weekend. Oh, thanks for that, Tony. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what happened, Steve. The steering arm got messed up. There was all kinds of stuff. I had $520 worth of stuff I had to get fixed. It was crap. If I'm breaking up Call the Wild, log out and log back in. That's what all these guys are saying, I guess. Hey Dan, how's it going, dude? Where are the walleye at? I'm sure there's a bunch in the Asable right now. As late as they were running this year, it's probably loaded. Oh yeah, me sick. Yep, I bet they are. That's usually one of the top beginning spots. Hey Jason, how you doing, buddy? Oh good, sis. I'm glad. Yeah, I just something's going on. Hey June, how's it going, buddy? No trout videos right now. I tried. I tried. I burned so much gas yesterday. I could not believe it. I hit three of, the most beautiful streams that I've ever walked. Never seen a fish. Millions of people, and nobody that I seen caught any fish either. It was a rough, rough time. So tarp it. Yeah, but there's so many holes up there. I'd have to tarp the entire thing. So no, I was in the Pigeon River, brother. They were not killing it. Nobody up there. I ran into so many people and nobody caught any fish. That's where I was at yesterday. I went to the Pigeon, I went to the Black River up that way, and I went to Big Creek. Not a single fish. Not a single fish. The worms must be coming out of the bank somewhere and they're just floating down the rivers. Hey Denise, how you doing? Yeah, I know. One of these days, if you run into Robin, maybe she'll have it or something. Yep. The Bear River. All right, William, that's good. Yeah, I know they're like I said, the west side of the state, my buddies over there on RBM are killing it, but it's it has not been good where I went. I went up north, Presque Isle, Atlanta, like Hillman. I was all up in that area. It was bad. Yeah, I was in Wolverine. I was in Wolverine. No good. No good. I traveled all over that area and I ran into way more people than I ever have in my life during trout season. So many people in the woods this time of year. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, the steelhead are still running pretty hard. I think because they came in so late. I know that might be part of it too, especially when they come in, the brook trout kind of get pushed because the steelhead are more of a bully. You know, when they come in the river, they're way bigger. They scare the brookies. The brookies could be all in hiding for all I know. But it was just weird that I never seen a fish. I always have a ton of fish roll at me and stuff. I should have just went with my normal rivers that I fish. That's what I should have done. I have smelt dip Tony, but it's been years. I haven't done it in years. I'm waiting. I know they're making a comeback right now, so I'm thinking about it. But at the same time, I think we should give the smelt plenty of time to build back up before we start hammering them. Okay. Yep. Downstate though, man. It's going to be better down there regardless. You've got warmer water. It actually rained all day up until almost 3 o'clock over here. So I did not. I wanted to get out today, but I'm sure it made a mess of our creeks and rivers again. So I don't know. Tomorrow I might wander out and try to find some not bad water, but yeah, I don't know, Adam. Not sure. Because I ran into a million people. There were idiots out there just sitting in lawn chairs on every dang bridge with worms drowning like they're catfishing. I mean, it was to me, it was like going back down to the city, is what it was like. And that was sad to me because I was in the middle of nowhere. I like wandering. I thought trout fishing, serenity, but no, no, no serenity. That's a good ideal there, William, but people did more damage than the trout could have ever done. When people are bringing out wash tubs of smelt, again, that's the lake trout aren't eating wash tubs of smelt every night like the smelt dippers were. So, in fact, it would probably be a year's worth with the Lakers eating what we did. Tupac reincarnated as a kitty cat, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. It says hug life. Yeah. Uh, oh, I hear you, Robert. Yep. I'm gonna be doing that probably. Well, it is. Yeah, next weekend's the opener, so I'll be doing that too. Yep. I gotta wait. I'll probably go out and buy my license tomorrow, and then I'll wait till next weekend. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Oh, geez. Yeah, that makes it hard, man. It don't take long to mess up them rivers. I appreciate it, Alex. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Definitely all played a part. Well, that's good. That's good, Jimbo. I hope they keep doing that. I hope they keep coming back. I mean, the Smelt are definitely, I mentioned it earlier this season. The Smelt are making a comeback for sure. One of the places I was catching them through the ice is connected to Lake Huron, so they are making a comeback. Absolutely. I think just like I said before, as sportsmen, if we do start hitting them, we got to make sure we take just what we need, not out getting them every single night to give out to every relative and every neighbor, and can't do it. Can't do it just because you're allowed to. We got to be conservative about that with our fish. We got to take conservation into mind. Yeah, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, that's what always happens though, guys. It always happens. Too much. Too many things are taken advantage of in our outdoor world, and it does damage every time. Every time. 10 gallons. Yeah, we're only allowed three now, three a day. So yeah, right. 1 gallon's. I mean, that's a lot of smelt. That's you don't need a wash tub. Shoot, if I got my 3 gallon limit, 3 gallons is actually a lot of fish. You could eat. You could put that in your freezer and be eating on it all summer long. It's I mean, I caught like the day I went out and caught 120 something in my bucket. It was nowhere near 3 gallons of smelt. It was so little. So I'm sure 3 gallons would just be hundreds of smelt. Yeah, it's all that's needed. Salmon and steelhead are just like any other predator, man. They got to eat what they got to eat. If their smelt and their alewives and stuff are gone, guess what? They got to eat something. They're going to end up eating perch. I know they probably didn't eat perch back when they had better stuff because they probably don't like the perch as much because it's a harder, steelhead don't he steelhead and salmon obviously don't have the same teeth that a pike and a walleye do. To chew through that strong skin and hard scales. So they're out there chasing fish like the smelt and the alewife that have hardly anything that they can. It's like a soft fish for them to eat. But yeah, I mean, you gotta eat what you gotta eat, right? So yeah, I hit 3 different spots on the pigeon. I hit 2 different spots on the black, and then I hit 2 spots on the, Big Creek. All were very beautiful, had wonderful trout holes, great structure, great everything, but there was people, I mean, hundreds of people yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you this is what really blew my mind, all right? I mean, these guys were cool, and it doesn't matter, we're all allowed to do it. But I decided to park my truck a long ways away from people. I walked a half mile through the woods using my map to try and find the river. I mean, I was a long way from any launching spot. When I got down to the river, as soon as I popped out of the woods, there's 2 guys right there. I'm like, "Really? I just walked all this way to get away and there's you can't get away. Opening weekend, you just cannot get away." Like I said, I took walleye opener off because I knew if I went down to Saginaw, if I went down even the Asable River, all the walleye spots were going to be packed. I did not expect trout to be that bad too, but it is. So I'm not doing it. Maybe it's two. It was three last I thought, but okay, 2 gallons then. But still, 2 gallons is even a ton. Yep. Oh yeah, weekend warriors. Amen to that. Yeah, probably the only time of the year that a lot of those people fish. So I'll just wait till next week. Yep. Yeah. I have to agree. Have to agree. We have to keep that in the back of our minds, people. That's just one okay the example of many mistakes that we have made as human beings on this earth. We have to keep all that in mind, especially as sportsmen. It's our job. We love the outdoors. We love catching these fish. We love hunting, all this stuff. It's up to us to keep that in mind so where we can continue to keep that going. We don't want to. I see some guys will say, I hate coyotes so much. I wish I could kill them all off. Well, guess what? If you did kill them all off, you wouldn't be able to have all that fun that you are right now out coyote hunting and trapping and all. Those same people would complain if they were gone one day. I know it for a fact. So we have to take care of everything that we can. Hey there, Mike. How you doing? Yeah, this week I'm sure it won't be so bad this week, Adam, but I don't know. I'm gonna try my best to get rid of people, get rid of spots where I'm piled with people. I like my peace and quiet out in the woods and stuff. So I am just gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll take the next couple days off and just mushroom hunt or something. But yep, garbage in the river, that's another thing. Garbage in general, man, out in the woods, you can't get away from it. It's crazy. Really crazy. No, I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's cool though. I think they need to do what they can to make them a bigger comeback. I mentioned years ago at a meeting that I thought the DNR should do what they can to raise smelt. And they laughed and said, "Oh, we could do that, but they wouldn't last very long." Well, guess what? You've got enough hatcheries in the state that you could definitely raise a pile of them up and it would help. I don't care. Every little bit helps just like anything else. Yep, amen to that, James. Yep. Oh, thanks, Robert. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. I try to do my best to get on here and chat with you guys each week. One thing I do want to talk about, if you guys have a chance, and I'm gonna bring this up because it's important. Make sure you're not on public land because I found out, this is a no-no, but the ramps are up right now, hardcore. Get out there and get those ramps if you can. Get permission on private property to go wandering if you have the chance. Yesterday, I seen the most crazy thing I ever seen in my life. There was at least a half mile of ramps. I mean, it was just crazy. It was like a field of ramps I'd never seen so many in my life. So it was really spectacular, but it got me thinking I need to get out and get some. So ramps, the fiddlehead ferns are going to be coming up. I know they're up. They were up last week, so they should be darn near pickable right now if they're not already. But again, those are another thing I read that we cannot legally pick on state land, which is just stupid. They say it kills it, but it don't. It's going to come back next year. But again, watch what you do because thanks, Tony. Oh, I gotcha. Yep. Yeah, right. No ramps or fiddleheads on public. It makes no sense, man, no sense. I mean, I could see if a billion people got out there and it's just like anything else. It's just like fishing and hunting. If those people all went out and destroyed it, yeah, that's why we have laws with all that. But, set a guideline or something. Don't just take it away from us. Especially after seeing what I seen yesterday, and I know that ain't the only spot. There's a ton of good spots to pick on state land, but the fact that I seen a good half mile of nothing but ramps yesterday, it was just awesome. So, hey Ian, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, yeah, I think that's a good answer. I think that's a good answer, but again though, I don't want to say it's our fault call the while, but we really all need to just get together and push back, man. I mean, there is so many more I think of us than there is them, the antis. I really think there is. We just have to, really get together, stop fighting over, bass being better than walleye and all these other little childish things. We gotta all get together as sportsmen and push back because we have an army out there, and I know we could take back a lot of what's been taken from us. So I think the hardest thing would be some of the people that are in the government that are against the things we do, because that happens. But again, we can push back. That's what it's all about is fighting for what you love. Yeah, ticks are getting bad, dude. Yeah, ticks are bad, John. I got three off of me the other day. Rich had one. I pulled one off of Ruby 2 days ago. It's bad. Yeah, right. Mushroom license. I'm sure that's going to be a thing one day, man. I would not doubt it. Not I haven't personally gone out and got them, John, but I can guarantee you, if I was a betting man, I would say they are up right now. I would say they are up right now because it's this time every single year. I swear to God, I write it on a calendar. I have never gone trout weekend opener without picking morels ever. You're not going to get a ton right now. I wouldn't expect that because they're just starting, but if you get out there and you look, you're gonna find some. I'm sure if I went out tomorrow, I could pick some, guaranteed. So, yep, exactly. Yep. Oh, well, thank you, Karen. Tell her I said thanks. I appreciate that. I'm doing okay. Yep, doing okay. A lot of stuff on my plate right now, but I'm making do. I might have even taken up a new job here soon. That it's going to be just a little side hustle that I'll be doing, but it should be pretty good. And that's all I need to help. I just need a backer for my channel so I can continue doing what I do. And it looks like I might be getting one. So I'm just waiting on the paperwork to come in the mail, and it should be pretty good. But also, you guys, I'm pretty sure you all know about it, but I do my European mounts. I started doing them. I had to get a license for that. Go figure, right? They get the money every way they can, but I now have a taxidermy license because that's what was needed. So if you guys ever get, a buck that you want to get done as a Euro mount, or anything really that you want to get done, let me know. $40 is all I charge. I am the cheapest guy you'll find, and I do a darn good job. I've got pictures to prove. My stuff comes out so nice and clean and white. I do a good job. So yeah, they probably. I'm sure they're listening. They probably heard me on my phone over there. uh, oh, Waterloo, dude. In fact, down there, John. I'm sure there's tons right now. You might even have some whites up already down there. I would not doubt it. Waterloo's been so warm for so long. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Those on the see most of those the people you're talking about there, Mike. I don't even think I would be nice enough to call them that, because if you're going to complain about something as good as that kind of structure being put into anywhere, I mean that's pretty stupid. I mean every place needs good structure for fish habitat in general. It's all really good for fish. I love, like they got that one on Long Lake. I love that. The one out on Tawas Bay. I big boulder reef. They really do, because it works for so many species of fish. And, especially the lakes that have a lot of people living around them, they've done their job taking out every stump they can for boaters and whatnot. Well, if we're going to go through all that trouble just to make ourselves happy, we got to go through the trouble to put something back for the fish. You can't just take something out of the wild for your own, comfort and enjoyment and not put something back. And a lot of that comes from definitely non-outdoorsmen. I know that for a fact, but because we know better than that. Oh heck yeah, Ian! Cool, man. I hope you enjoy that. Yeah, you're gonna love metal detecting, buddy. You really are, and you definitely got to try those mushrooms. Morels for sure. And once the oysters are up, they're great, especially for if you like mushrooms, like a mushroom Swiss burger. You can make yourself a oyster Swiss burger, and it's just as good. So, well, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, that's just one of the many little random side hustles I do, because I got to do what I can to kind of push through things. And this new thing that came up is going to be hopefully a lot bigger of a deal. So it might be more of an occupation, but it's not going to slow me down on here, which is great. That's what I'm looking for, is something that I can do on the side that won't take away time to be able to get out and still do what I do. So oh yeah, thanks, sis. That's true. Yep. Monthly subscription on Patreon is a huge help for me, guys. I am so happy that there are so many of you that's gotten into that now. Last week alone, I think I gained like 4 new ones, and that makes me so dang happy, because that right there, that helps immensely with everything that I do. So I really couldn't even keep driving if it wasn't for you guys. Like you have no idea. I mean, even $2, $3 or something a month is amazing. It all adds up and helps me. So thank you guys. Anybody that becomes a patron, extremely helpful. So no, yeah, no kidding there, call a while. But you know what? And that's so stupid, because honestly, the structure has to be there, like the Asable River. I love it because of all the stumps and rocks, and that's what makes those places so good to fish. And honestly, as good as the Detroit is, it would probably be better with more structure. Sure, people's going to get snagged. They ain't going to have that nice clear jigging without getting snagged, but I bet you the fishing will get better with so many different species. Hey Terry, how you doing, buddy? Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, Tony. That's something that I want to catch one day. I don't care if it's a 12 incher. If I can, I just want to feel that cool scale that they got, man. It's like armor. I just want to touch one. So, yeah, I don't want to get into an argument about that call of the wild because I know it will. There's some people out there that claim that they're good to eat and everything, but I'm telling you right now, don't do it. But if I'm gonna say right now, if the beef steaks are up, that is a huge that's a big positive because when they're up, the ground is the right temperature for morels. Those two coincide together with the right temperatures. So if you're finding beef steaks, I can guarantee you there's some morels somewhere around that area, somewhere. That's always my very first sign that I look for is those beef steaks. If I see one, I know I've got some morels out there. So then I just got to go and hunt them down. But yeah, I guarantee that the morels are out right now. Hey there, Steve. How you doing, brother? Looking forward to fishing with you next month, man. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Call the Wild. Yep. I mean, honestly, every little penny counts. I mean, if you could donate a penny, that's more than enough for me. I feel I don't even I don't deserve as much as I get right now. And honestly, I don't know. I'm just blown away with everything that comes my way. I've had some pretty great things happen to me this year, especially. So, hey, T Outdoors, how you doing? No, no, I don't find them by the beefs usually, but they're in the same vicinity. Like I'm sure one day I'll find one right by a beefsteak. I'm sure of that, but they are around the same area because the poplar I always they're usually like 10, 15 feet apart from Morels. So yeah. Dearborn. Oh man, that'd be cool, Robert. That'd be cool. No, I don't think so though. Actually, the job that I might be taking on, I might actually be selling credit card machines. Well, I'll be not really selling them, but helping sell them, and I'm going to be getting commission and stuff. So that right there is going to be enough to really help me out. Definitely looking forward to that. Awesome, Steve. Fishing's going to be super great by then, man. Cool, Ozzy. Yeah, I'm sure that they're, I always get them somewhat close, so I've never found one right up next to one, but oh yeah, yep, oaks for sure. But that's like for my morels, the black morels are the area that I'm at, and they are in those hardwoods, especially when I get around the I mean, even those black morels, they grow good around old oak trees, so thanks, Bob. Yep, this is my hug life shirt. So, yeah, I like my kitty. My favorite fish to eat. That's an easy one, man. I'll tell you, and I don't even quite consider them a fish anymore, but it's the burbot. That is my all-time favorite. Underneath that, I would probably say perch. I perch to me go right above walleye. So, yeah, but burbot is it's really hard to beat. That's definitely my favorite. Well, thank you, Bob. Thank you. I mean, eventually one day, I'm hoping I can keep pushing. The subscriber count's been going up. You guys are rocking it out. The views, I thank you guys so much for even watching my stuff because things have been going well with that. Eventually, my dream as a kid was to have a TV show, especially a kid-friendly, family-friendly TV show because my favorite fisherman of all time was Hank Parker. He was, I don't know how many of you watched Hank Parker, but he was just a great all around guy. Had his own kids corner part of the show, and just a nice person, and that's what I want to be. He's kind of my idol. So oh yeah, Oaks for sure, dude. Yep, yep. You look around Oaks, like the whites for sure. That's a whole different ball game, man. And I kind of miss it because in Oscoda it was all whites and grays for me, and it was easier for me because obviously they stick out a lot more than those blacks do. But in Oscoda, the sandy marl ground and stuff was just excellent for them, and I would find them all around Oaks, especially Oak Ridges, and it was epic. But now I've got all I have up this way is blacks, except for this one little hill that I have that I pick some of the whites on later in the season. But those blacks are such a pain, man. I walk around for hours to find those little bitty guys. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Yep, poor man's lobster. I prefer it fried chicken way though, man. I don't. I mean, the lobster way is okay, but I like chicken more than lobster. So if I batter it up and fry it like chicken, I think it's even better. Oh, there you go. Yep, there you go. Yeah, it's excellent though. It's excellent. Man, I don't know why they hold some of these for review. It's so funny. I don't know if you guys notice this, but sometimes with your comments, it'll hold it for review and it drives me nuts. Like it makes me wonder who's in charge of this on YouTube. Like who picks these stupid words to hold for review? One of the big ones lately has been beaver. You know, when I'm doing the beaver trapping, if any of you mentioned beaver, it used to get put in there for review. And I'm like, really? What kind of dirty minded people are you? And then, that's the I love the blacks usually sell whites when I find them. Um, that just got held for review. I mean, come on now. Like, I don't get it. Yep, ash trees are definitely good. Yeah, the white ones are so much easier to find, and I love that. I'll find them on the middle of hiking trails, even. They're excellent. Bart Simpson, Roger City. Let's see. Um, my I haven't really done much over. You've got, Grass Lake and all them. I would probably say grass is one of my all-time favorites for mixed species, especially panfish. I love fishing that lake for panfish. But yeah, if you get a chance, look up Grass Lake. I think you'll enjoy that one if you haven't fished it already. Oh, that's just, I could not agree more. I could not agree more, Mike. Yeah. I mean, I liked him, like Al Linder for sure is a great dude. The only thing that ever drove me nuts about Roland, actually Roland and Jimmy, really, I mean, they seem like good guys, but it was the just the overselling of advertising everything. I understand that they got a job to do to push products, but it got annoying, like you're wanting to watch the show for fishing, and sometimes it just seemed like it was all nothing but advertisement throughout the show. It's like we get it, we know what you're using, catch some fish, like that's why Bill Dance didn't do. I mean, sure he pushed Booyah and all that stuff, but he never went that far into it. He stuck to fishing. So yeah, I agree though. Yeah, probably Call the Wild. Yep. Yep, I get it, Ozzy. No, I get it, Mark. Yeah, I totally understand, but I mean, I don't know. They it's just they must just have those words randomly in there for things that need to get watched. Like, Steve just put Babe Winkleman. I mean, I could see that being a reviewed word. I like Babe though. He's cool. Yep. Yep, good guy. You're welcome, Bart. You're welcome. Yeah, if you get a chance, I've got a couple videos on that lake that you could check out if you want to see what it has to offer. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Middle of the woods lake, those are my kind of jam. Oh, absolutely, Robert. Yep. It won't be till November. But yep, it'll happen. Late October, November. Yeah, Bill Dance bloopers, they were good. Yeah, see, haven't really fished it yet. It's pretty looking. I've drove by there a million times, but yeah, Akiak's always cool to look at. I checked the river out this season. It looked real nice too, but yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yep. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Jimmy, he to me he changed over the years, like everybody usually does, but in a good way. Jimmy, I definitely always liked him more than Roland, but yeah, Jimmy's definitely a good guy. Yep, November. Yeah, late October, the end of October, early November is when we'll start hammering the burbot. Yeah, Babe, he seems like a good guy, man. I want to meet him. Yeah, I want to meet him. It's always kind of been a dream of mine to travel up there and fish with him. Beautiful blue and white duck. I would probably know. Well, I'm sure I would know it. I know all my ducks, so yeah. If I had a better description, I'd probably know exactly what it was. There's so many pretty birds out though right now, especially because we've got the migration going on. I walked Robin out the other day to this little pond, and it was where I showed you guys last week those photos that I had. But I walked her out so she could get close to them, but they were the blue wing teal, and they are gorgeous. And up here in Michigan, we don't get to see them in plume the way that they are right now because during the season they're usually migrated through, or they're not that pretty. They don't have all their colors that they do right now. So it was neat, and we got so close to them, and it was cute. There was two couples actually, and the males were kind of arguing back and forth when they got close to each other, and they make this cute little peep noise. It's yeah, teal are really cool. They're always one of my favorite ducks. Yeah, I hear you, Dan. Yep. Yep. I mean, I like to push products that work. I will always do that because I like showing you guys what's good. But I'm never gonna be that. I mean, to me, that I don't know, it would ruin my day of fishing if I sat there all day talking about a product. I mean, you're supposed to be fishing. Yep, absolutely. That's a good way to go. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Hey TX, how you doing, buddy? I used to, but honestly, I've never done that good in there. I'm not gonna lie. I send a lot of people that ask too many questions in the wintertime that way, but honestly, that's to me, that's the worst fishing place that we have up here, and I am being 100% truthful. Yeah, there are steelhead that come in. They come up to that little creek right there. That's as far as they can go, or up to the paddle wheel if they can make it that far, which is only 100 yards from the creek. But yeah, I don't know that thing. They need to do some work to that harbor because there's nothing in there. The weeds are all dead and nasty looking on the bottom. You don't see perch. You don't see anything in there. I'm not even kidding you. The only you do see steelhead when they're running, but that's only because they're attempting to spawn. They come up there and try to get into that creek. But other than that, I hate Harrisville Harbor. Not gonna lie. Hey Jason, how you doing, buddy? Aw, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love that feedback, man. Thank you. I try my best, man. I've got so many good ideas out there, and I'll tell you, this weekend I was really pushing. I was trying so hard to get you guys some good footage, but just didn't happen. Today I got rained out. Yesterday I drove. I spent a lot of money in gas yesterday for not a single bite, not a single. It was the first time in my life I didn't have a trout roll or chase it up or just nothing. Never seen a fish. I was so shocked. Just a crazy, crazy day, and I think it had a lot to do with the billions of people out there, though. I mean, every river was just lined with people, even in the middle of nowhere. So I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. Good. I'm glad, Alex. Hey, Brian, how you doing, brother? See, even with a harbor master, though, sis, there's nothing. They have nothing to do with the aquatics. Like they have nothing to do with putting in any kind of structure. The DNR would have to jump in and do something. That's all there is to it. And they should, because I mean, what's the point of having a harbor like that? Plus, not to mention, they don't want people on the docks. It says right there, no fishing and all this. I'm like, really? And what's the point of that? So, oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's so hard. it's so hard not to enjoy those teal, man. Yeah, that crazy quack they got. That's funny though that he had a super deep quack. Usually it's a high pitched, crazy quack. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, that's my Hug Life shirt, man. uh, High and see that makes sense. Yeah, definitely, Mike. Yeah, I know that they just got ice off on some places not that long ago. So yeah, I'm sure it's rough up there for sure. Oh, that's some crazy stuff there, Alex. That'd definitely be hard to hear. Oh, I really want to, Dan. Those of you that probably missed it, a piece. I just got the van fixed. It broke down, and then the other day, yesterday, a big piece blew out from underneath the van. So I got to get that looked at. I'm really hoping though that it's nothing serious because I want to get to Saginaw too. This is the time of year to get down to Saginaw right now. Gonna be walleye still in that river. I mean, they're in there all year, but there's gonna be more than in the summer right now. Also, the sheephead are gonna be in there right now heavily, and the catfish. So you'll be able to get into those nice big good eater cats. So yeah, if you can get down to Saginaw, I highly recommend that. Oh, cool, Jason. There you go. Well, it'd be nice if they changed something, especially for the fishermen. Man, I would love to have a nuisance bear. Honestly, I wouldn't, if he came here and tore my feeders down and stuff, I wouldn't even be mad. I want to see him. Somebody's out there got Ruby worked up. But I just told the girl the other day that if I ever do see a bear, God is probably the one keeping me from seeing a bear because he knows darn. Oh, cool, man. Oh, it's got a knock. That's not. Well, hopefully it's nothing crazy serious with it. I don't. Um, I don't think so, Mike. I mean, when I went and took it to have it looked at, they mentioned that there was nothing holding the radiator in place, so that's a worry as it is. But the piece that came down, maybe it was from there, but I don't remember seeing it. It was I doubt it was aluminum because it didn't bend easy. It looked like stainless steel, but it was like a guard of some kind. It scared the crap out of me, made a loud bang noise, shot out the back of the vehicle while I'm driving down the road. Yeah, it'd definitely be cool to see them for sure. Yeah, it's a barrier to. You better not be yelling at any bears, Ruby. You leave the bears alone. They're my friends. Uh, 3.5 legged bear. Wow. I bet they are too. Waffle and Peanut probably barking back. Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad then. Yeah. My van, every time I turned, it was making a squeak noise or squeal, and I thought it was the tie rod. Well, it ended up being the tie rod, and it also ended up being the steering arm, and I don't remember what else. There was four things that had to get fixed, and it all cost a lot of money. So, cool, Adam. That's good, man. I did stop at a place that I'd never been to yesterday. It's kind of up that way. It was called Camp. I think they call it Camp 10, and I marked it on my map because I'm gonna definitely fish it again. But it had fishing docks and stuff, and I had a hit under the bridge. Sway bar, you got it. I had a hit under the bridge that I'm assuming was a walleye. The way that it hit, there was one guy came in with a boat. He had a walleye. So, you're killing me, Rick. I want to see one, man. Oh, that's sad. Hopefully it lived a long, happy life. Oh, yeah, that's a bummer. Oh, nice, June. That's cool, man. Yeah, I traveled a long ways. I fished three extremely awesome streams, and it just sucked. So, Oh yeah, Saginaw right now, Dusty. This is the time to be there. I had buddies sending me pictures just yesterday of what they were doing. They were catching a ton. Um, it was pretty awesome. I personally like fishing them off the boat. What I do, I'll just vertical jig. You'll see it time and time again in my videos. Vertical jigging with a half-ounce jig and a. I like to use especially blue is a good color, but the finesse minnows, I just use that. Pound the bottom. You could fish offshore too. Some people fish with crappie rigs rigged up with minnows. I've seen them do that out there. There's so many fish in that river, you cannot go wrong. More bear than deer. Oh, that's funny you're in free soil, Tony. I got a friend up there, that's, she's part of the RBM crew, and, I didn't even know the name of that town until I seen that she was there, but, yeah, she said she's always talking about the wolves too. Oh, that's sad. Yep, Rich had a bear on his porch. He's got bear all the time around there. I sure would like to see it. No, it's not a big river like the Mississippi. I mean, it's a big river, but it's not. I mean, I've never personally seen the Mississippi except in videos, but from what I've seen, the Mississippi is extremely wide. The Saginaw ain't nowhere near that. It's I don't know. I would say twice as wide as as the Asable River if you've ever fished that. It's not that big, but it's big enough where you can go along and just vertical jig. So I bit the bear. Oh, that don't sound very good. I've heard they smell pretty bad. Yeah, that's what I meant. Width-wise, from what I've seen in videos, the Mississippi's crazy huge, but yeah, Saginaw is nothing like that. I mean, it is a long section of river, but I don't even think it's that long, really, especially compared to. I'll have to look up the exact number of miles and stuff, but I think honestly, the Asable River is probably a lot longer than the Saginaw. Yeah, the Asable River is a massive river. It's just not that wide. I agree, Jason. Yeah. Yeah, that is I don't say it to be mean, but that is a total dummy proof river down there. There is no way you cannot go wrong. Like anything you fish with down there, you're going to catch something. And as far as the catfish go down there, god, you could get so many of them. I mean, you watch my one video from the kayak and my arm was so sore that day I caught so many cats. It's pretty awesome. Oh, that's a shame. Jigs, crankbaits, minnows, crawlers. Hmm. I never heard of that, Adam. Yep. I mean, I've heard of a couple being seen in the lower peninsula, but I've never heard of an actual amount. Yeah, yeah, that's all. I've heard that too, Mike. Yeah, Detroit River's the same way. I see so many people down there talking it up like it's they're hot stuff because they're catching fish. And I think to myself, it's one of them things. I guarantee I could probably drop a hot dog, pound the bottom, and catch a walleye. It's just ridiculous. Oh, that's cool, Brian. That's cool. Yep, I want to see one, man. I want to see one bad. As much time as I spend in the woods, I'm really shocked that I don't. But one day, get their butts kicked by the turkeys last week. Rich got a turkey a couple weeks ago. That's going to be in a video. I'm just waiting to get mine. I got to wait till I think the 7th is when it opens for me. Crawlers, yeah, crawlers work. I don't get as many walleye though on the crawlers as I do. I'll catch so many other fish on crawlers that I think it kind of takes away from the walleye. I catch way more using plastics. Okay. Huh. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's quite a few still. I'm sure there's still quite a few spawning in a lot of rivers. I told my buddy that I'm pretty sure the Asabo River they're going to be the same way right now. Okay. Yeah, I've seen some cool videos down there fishing the Mississippi. Actually, I think Al Linder did the last one that I watched for walleye fishing on the Mississippi, and it sure looked like a blast. I hope to get down there one day to fish for anything, really. But 5 walleyes, 3 drum, 4 white bass. Heck yeah, man. Oh, that's cool, Scott. I'm glad, brother. Thanks for trying that, man. Yeah, if you boil that drum up and make, you could make yourself a garlic butter or something, pour it over that. It's good. It's really good. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't put it up there with walleye and perch, but it's definitely not something you want to, kick to the side. They're a good fish and they're a lot of fun. Cut bait. Yeah, that'll probably work. Last year I fished with my buddy Kevin, and he uses frozen shrimp and actually catches a lot of the biggest cats on that. So, yep, I fried them too. Yep. Yeah, yeah, exactly. They get when they're huge, they definitely get more of a fishy taste, and at that point, I'd definitely boil them. But yeah, the smaller ones are really good. Yep, it sure is, Tony. Yep. Yeah, in fact, I had one guy comment on one of my videos. I don't remember his name. I think I ended up blocking him, but he said something about people know them as sheephead. I mean, that's especially fisherman wise. Like, that's just it's kind of like speck and crappie, right? The actual name will always be crappie, but some people know them as specks. It's just chicken livers. I've tried livers, and even Dale, Uncle Dale tried using liver, and I outfished him 10 to 1, man. Using crawlers and night crawlers, minnows. Minnows work really good. Live minnows, even. Just put them down. You want to keep them so they're on a short lead, so they're down by the bottom. But yeah, minnows work great for big cats. Yeah, there's definitely quite a few in Lake Huron. I like when they come up the river. They're not going to be in the Asable for a bit. The water's still way too cold, but once they get up the river, it's a blast. Same with the bass. The smallmouth bass, they might start coming in here soon, but the Asable River, they're not going to be running in there for a bit. They don't like that super cold water. Walleye with harnesses. Yep, that's how I used to fish them too a lot. Me and my dad we used to troll Venice and Lake all the time when I was a kid. That was his favorite thing to do, and I'll be doing it this season too. I've got a new sponsor that I'm going to be using out of I think they're called Elk River Tackle. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I'll be using their stuff. You'll get to see. Hey William, how you doing, buddy? Brim. Yep. Actually, a brim is well, no, it's shellcracker. I was gonna say the shellcracker, that's a red ear sunfish. Um, but yeah, I could see that, especially if you spend any time down south. Willow cats for walleyes. Yep. I've heard of that for baby bullheads. I've heard are actually excellent for big catfish, especially flatheads. I haven't tried it myself, but hmm. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that, man. That I'll tell you though, little sheephead, I will never get mad about catching them. To me, they are such a blast. I'll never be upset about that. Yeah, it's definitely a deadly technique, man. Sounds good, Call the Wild. Heck yeah, buddy. Yep. I love trolling, especially the captains and stuff. They call it trolling meat. Some of the guys downstate and stuff. But yeah, I love trolling with crawler harnesses. And I think my favorite thing about them is there's so many color variations, and it's so easy to change it up. From just change it on a swivel. Kind of like Rapalas and stuff, except there's so many more colors and it's great. But yeah, I do really good with those. Same with perch. I've caught a lot of perch on crawler harnesses. I agree, Scott. Yeah, it is. I mean, honestly, though, like as far as catching big fish, I have been doing so much better with plastics over the past few years because, basically with a crawler, you cannot target something. You throw that crawler out, and any fish that's around, just like you said, for anything, is going to come at it. So basically, let's say you want to be crawler fishing for walleye, you could be having perch taking your crawler, rock bass, gobies, like everything. So I do like using artificial tackle anymore if I'm targeting bigger species, but sinker dinking. Leech and a bear hook. Yeah, I used to do that too when I was a kid. I liked using leeches. I haven't used them in a while, but they work. Well, actually, I think I did last year. They work good for bluegills too. Yeah, thanks, sis. If you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's true. Yep, you could. Yeah, it works. I used to the Venetton was my top place, but it got so hard because there's so many perch in there, and you throw those harnesses out. I mean, within seconds, you'd have a hit. It's either going to be the walleye or the perch, and most of the time, those perch would be hitting it, and they'll tear your. I like to use at least a half a crawler for a walleye on my harness, preferably a whole one, but they'll tear that crawler up so fast and so bad that you have to just keep reeling in and changing it, and makes it tough. But oh yeah, the RBM plastics are going to be great for blue, be just insane for trout. So I'll be using those a lot. Yeah, flatfish was the name of the game for a long time for people. I've got so many that I picked up when I was a kid from yard sales, but I never use them. Yeah, leeches, I get it because they last a lot longer. Yep. Yeah, because the perch and stuff, they can still chew on them, but they're not going to tear them off. Oh yeah, yep. The small muskies, I could see that. I caught a lot of pike on mine. You troll Venetton Lake and you'll get pike. You'll get pike, walleye, sometimes steelhead. I mean, you just never know trolling out there. Absolutely, man. I have, and Tony, I don't think it's what it's all cracked up to be. I've used them many times because they're easy to catch, especially in a net or with a worm, even if you're out fishing. And I have caught some fish, especially smallmouth, on them. And I don't know though, it's definitely not my go-to bait. Even for plastics and stuff, I would do way better on a plastic minnow than I would ever do on a plastic crawfish. I don't know. It's just the crawfish I've never done as good with as I do leeches and minnows and crawlers. So, hey, Paul, tipping your plastics with minnows. See, I would do that, but then it kind of takes away the whole purpose of not worrying about losing your bait. Plus, I catch just as many. I mean, especially in the Saginaw, man. You drop that plastic down, you're gonna get a fish within minutes. It's a guarantee. And that's just on plastics. That's not even on a minnow. But if I'm pounding the bottom with a plastic and I get a bump and I have a minnow, well, then I got to worry. Hey, did he just take my real minnow? But no, the finesse minnow is all you really need. And I even used the Ned rig last year. I tossed out some of those Ned grubs. Those worked fine. I don't think there's any way you can go wrong on the Detroit or the Saginaw. I really don't. Those are two really great. Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. And yeah, they might not last as long on the hook, but they're definitely a lot cheaper and you can get a lot more of them. I haven't tried that one, Dan. I like, I'll use big minnows, big live minnows, especially golden shiners for my big cats. I've always caught my biggest ones on live minnows. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, when the fishing's hard, but it's just never hard down there. Yeah, I have never gone down there and got had a bad day ever. So easy. Guys have a great week. Get out there if you haven't already. Hunt for morels. It's that time of year. Ramps, trout season, pike, walleye here in the lower peninsula. Get out there and do some fishing. I'm going to be out this week pushing hard, so hopefully you'll end up with at least 3 videos this week. I'm going to shoot for. So let's see if we can get done. But I will be fishing my tail off for you guys and trying hard to get some good content. So again, thank you all for everything that you do for me. If you see me out there, wandering the roads or anything, say hi. It always makes my day. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks again, and I will chat with you next Sunday.